Alright, so welcome to What Would They Think, where I take two characters and kind of talk about what would their, interactions be. What would it be like if these two characters had interacted with one another? And today I'm going to be talking about Starling from Stormhawks and Qrow from Ruby. Which it comes to my attention that I don't do enough Ruby on here. Mostly because I still need to catch up on the rest of the series. Yeah, I am still very far behind. Anyway, but I decided, you know what? I haven't done a lot of Ruby stuff, and you guys seem to like it when I talk about Ruby. Just don't ask for it, or else I'm gonna. The reason why I haven't really caught up with a lot of Ruby is because everyone demands me to go watch Ruby and whatnot. And the more you try to twist my arm into something, the more I relent. So the best advice is, don't force me to watch Ruby more or do more Ruby stuff. Please don't do that, or you're gonna make me not want to do it, and I really don't want to do that. So, heads up, just don't force me to do shit. That's how you not get me to do stuff, is when you have to twist my arm on something. And that's when I really don't want to do something. So there you go. There's a little piece of advice. Anyway, let's get back to the characters at hand. Let's talk about what would it be like if Starling from, of course, the Stormhawks universe met Ruby from Ruby. Yes, there is a Ruby character. Her uncle, Qrow. There. Can't talk. Bleh. So what would it be like if these two characters ran into each other? What would it be like? So both Starling and Qrow are these two mentally broken characters. More so Qrow, to be honest. He's more of the mentally damaged. But Starling is too, at least in my headcanon, where she doesn't want to be around other squads after what happened to the Interceptors. So it would be like, they would want to be around, they wouldn't want to be around people, but they're loners, but do want to hang out with these certain circles. Qrow obviously wants to protect his niece and her friends, and Starling wants to keep the Stormhawks safe, because she can't, neither of them can bear those kind of losses again. So that would be kind of the thing, is I think they would both understand each other on that ground. I think they would both really understand each other on that kind of level, where Starling and Qrow would kind of look at that and be like, oh, you protect a bunch of young kids too because you don't want to be mentally destroyed again? Oh, I can feel you on that. I can totally feel you on that regard. But the thing is that I also feel like Qrow would just get on Starling's nerves more often than not. If they were on let's say hypothetically there's a crossover between Ruby and Stormhawks, and Starling's going over this mission details, and she looks over at Qrow going, Qrow, have you been paying attention to anything in this briefing? I've just been paying attention to your ass and this bottle of whiskey, that's about it. And that's when she'd punch him. Yeah, that's exactly how it would go, where Qrow's in the back just getting wasted, and Starling looking over and being like, did you catch any of that? No. No, I've been paying attention to this bottle and your booty. So, yeah, Qrow is the thing is about it where Starling wants to interact with all these other squadrons again. Qrow, on the other hand, is more like, just leave me alone to drink and I'll show up when I'm needed. That's kind of his thing. It's very much like with Qrow, is that he doesn't want to be around people because it's not, not just because of circumstances, but also because he doesn't like people to begin with. It's not like with Starling, where she's just kind of like, I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here, but I'm here for my friends, and I don't want anyone else to go through what I had gone through. So, yeah, that was kind of, whereas Qrow is more like, I just hit rock bottom and I find a way to keep digging. That's how I kind of live through life. You should too. And I feel like Starling would be like, you're a fucking idiot. You just find a way to make your life worse over and over again. And Qrow, rather than take in that advice, he would just go, yep. But I feel like Qrow, on the other hand, would, he's always good at sage-like advice, so I think with Starling, he could tell that she's not as broken as he is, so he would go, hey, listen, the Stormhawks kids, you should totally join them, because you're just going to be more and more angry, aggressive, and you're probably going to be drinking, and oh shit, I'm talking about me. That's exactly how the conversation would go. That's honest to God how I think the conversation between Qrow and Starling would go, is that Qrow would tell her all of this and just slowly realize, oh, I'm talking about myself again. I better go drink. I better go drink and not until I can't feel things. Yeah, because like I said earlier in this video, Qrow has this amazing ability, from what I've seen, is that he can hit rock bottom and yet still find a way to keep digging down. So, anywho, honestly, I could see a bit of a, maybe a romance between the two, but it would not. There is no way this would last long. There is no way this relationship would last long, because Qrow is very self-destructive, and at least in my headcanon, Starling's very self-destructive in her own way. So yeah, you've got these two just mentally damaged people that are just wrecked as people to even form in anything lasting. So. But yeah, as friends, maybe as I could see them teaming up. I could see them hanging out. Maybe as just as a drinking, I could see them as drinking buddies, especially Starling. I kind of imagine as a heavy drinker when she's not she's not on a mission, because she can't that's always been also another headcanon of mine, where I kind of imagine Starling as this heavy drinker, but she does she sobers up before a mission, but when she's not on a mission, or just has too many demons or nightmares that keep her up at night, she just goes to a bar and drinks herself senseless. And I would kind of imagine Qrow would be right there next to her going, hey, I got the whole bottle of whiskey, you want to share it? That's how it would go. So, there you go, guys. It would be a fun... these two, I think, would find solace in just kind of because loneliness needs company. That's always been the thing. That's always been a mantra, and I feel like that would be the basis here for these two, and I think they would hang out, kind of swap war stories. They would just... I think they would also, compare... They would do the whole compare scars thing, that whole trope. It also kind of compares, who has the shittier life, me or you? So, there you go, guys. That's pretty much all I had to say on this one. I think these two characters... I don't know if they get along enough, but I definitely see them as hanging out at a bar, getting drunk, and just being God damn it, our lives. We are just some fucked up people. So you guys tell me in the comments below, what do you think it would be like if Starling and Qrow met? What do you think they would think of each other? Do you think they'd like each other? Do you think they would... do you think there any relationship stuff for all the shippers out there? Just comment below, let me know, and once again, hope you all enjoyed this, and I'm out.